December's side quest. Yes, hello everybody, hope you're doing well, and welcome to a video where we're going to be dissecting what is dropping next month for the side quest. There's quite a lot of events that are going to be coming in December, so keep locked to the channel. And also in this video I'm probably going to be, it's like a part 1 part 2. The first one focusing on the side quests for December and the anniversary, and the next video will be about the banquet side of things, which there's a lot of stuff going on. We'll also have a side quest totals video that will be dropping tomorrow, I want to say. Like, it's tough to kind of like say like that because they do require a bit of work to kind of get all those details, but it's always very interesting to note when we've got a return back of an event and a lot of excitement, because we've got the return of Rocket's workshop and the scrapyard sort of thing. So if you remember how it was back in 2016, I want to say, it's now going to be a lot more different to that one, in that scrap will unlock stuff, same situation, but how this will work is a weekly based event. You can see on screen right now, this is from the Inside the Contest, which shows the workshop, which does require some sort of entry, but I would say that you need something to enter into it, and whether or not that's going to be something you get, like scrap volumes of scrap to go in to grab a certain type of reward, then I'm not 100% sure. Luckily, Kabam are at hand to let us know what the deal is with it. So there's 4 difficulties: collect scrap through the Scraptacular side quest, so the weekly thing; use scrap to enter Rocket's workshop, which we kind of thought that'd be it; side quest, pick a path with desired rewards, so basically pick what you like; workshops are tailored to your progression level, cannot enter low progression shops; your map will be the same as the entirety of the event; Rocket's workshop will remain open until January 18th. That gives you a long time. No limit to entries. If you have the scrap, you can enter repeatedly. Collect shards and open teamwork, dreamwork crystals. Okay, that's a simple but like side quest. And a bit of a reminder for those that aren't familiar with Rocket's Scrapyard, it used to look like this. I'm not sure it's going to be exactly the same, but it could pertain the same, in that you would go down certain paths and basically pick up the reward. Back in the day, used to be like prems and lower crystals used to be, the meta, but now things have changed. There's 6 stars, there's relics, there's other stuff, and you may get a volume of like how much scrap you have as to like how far you can go down on it. It's kind of treated like a quest, but the gates are unlocked based on how much scrap that particular thing cost. So I don't know if it will be the same, but this is how it was before, to give people a flavour of what to expect. There looks like there's a little solo event that drops, which is called the Scrappy Solo Event, in that all you need to do is win arena fights against certain types of Stardust champions, and win fights on things like the Victory Track or Gladiator Circuit in order to gather points. Now, of course, this solo event has to give some sort of rewards. It gives some shards, so you do get like a nice chunk of shards depending on where you are in the game, whether or not you're like at level of Thronebreaker. And you'll also get scrap, and scrap adds up. Now I'm working on and having a look at the totals, because there's a lot of not differing information, but information as to like the volume of the scrap that you get from different places. First thing being that you can get scrap, from what I gather and what Kabam have kind of given out information wise, when it comes to doing some of the different difficulties. So this comes from a Kabam source right here, saying that you can, the total scrap from December event. Now I don't know if that means the event quest or the event itself, so do take it with a pinch of salt until I can verify this a bit more as to what it's referring to. It also, these totals are minus the November Battle Pass scrap. So there could be a lot more scrap available. So I'll try and do a total scrap video at some stage. So Heroic 200,000, Master 400,000, Uncollected 800,000, Cavalier 2 million. So that could be the volume of scrap that you get from the event side of things, so the event quest, as opposed to the side quest. So there could be event quest, there could be the event quest, side quest, event quest, and solo event, all adding up, and as well, plus on top of that, the November battle pass type thing that you got. So there could be a few volumes of scrap to get in order to kind of get some nice stuff. But as I said, I'm going to verify that particular information for a separate video, so look out for that. This month we also have solo events. Let's face it, well, last month with the addition of relic based items, you want to be seeing a lot more, and there is different types of ones tied. As it says here, solo objectives will be tied to PRG, so I think that's progression. Every account will have access to some, but not all of these objective tiers. Now, I don't know if it means that, you know, you'll be able to do all of them, which would be really cool, especially if you're a Paragon player trying to like do all of them. And also, like, you know, when you're like lower kind of like progression, you want to get some more. There's some good stuff on offer. Let's have a quick kind of scan through some stuff. So let's start off with the legendary side of things. As you know, it's a spicy thing that everyone wants, but we need to find out whether or not you can do all of them. I will ask those questions whenever I can to kind of find out the ins and outs, because it could be a lot more. It could be a lot more than you might think, especially because you get a lot of scrap, and you get scrap there, but then you've also got rewards like mythic crystal shards, 2000 6-star crystal shards. You've then got a 5-star awakening gem crystal, good to see that back. And then relic wise, 4000 3-star relics, shards, 500 4-star relic shards, tier 2 allo class, and then a few other things as well helpful to relics. But then when it comes to Thronebreaker, you want the spicy. The spicy is down here, which is 4,000 3-star relic shards, 1,200 4-star relic shards, and all the stuff that's going to be, you know, helpful to kind of get that level of progression. 9,000 tier 3 alpha catalyst fragments, 11,400 tier 6 basic fragments, 1 tier 5 basic, 5 6-star signature stone crystals, and a partridge in a pear tree. I shouldn't say, I'm not ready, my throat's not back to kind of doing that level of stuff. But here's the thing, that's cool to see, as there's going to be extra means to get scrap, extra things when it comes to acquiring scrap from doing scrap supplies. Collect the following scrap quantities weekly through Rocket's holiday Scraptacular side quest. Additional scrap can be earned through solo objectives, solo events, and the sabotage at the Mantis House event quest. So it does, that clarifies what we said, that point of the volume. So as I said a moment ago, the volume of total scrap that you get from events. So it's like there's a few things going on that is important and relevant to this. As I said, I'll try and do like a video separate to this that kind of breaks it all down. It looks like there's a lot on offer when it comes to scrap. And also we need to establish, can you do all of the difficulties? Because that is something not established. So I need to get that level of info because, you know, you could get more scrap. You could get more scrap. Okay, spending scrap. This is where it's important as to your progression. Now, I don't think you can enter multiple times. So it says, spend scrap for admission to Rocket's Workshop side quest. Pick the path you desire. Desired rewards. You will only have access to the Rocket Workshop side quest that matches your progression level. So depending on where you're in a game, that's disappointing. There's no Thronebreaker or Paragon. So what is available then? So 6-star hero crystal shards, 500. As this is again important, because if these items you can get multiple, would it be multiple times? It's very unspecific on that one, because you go and go like that. For me is an entry. That's not a case you can do that like once and that's done. It's a case you'll have to do that multiple times. So you have to assess the volume of scrap you've got to the amount of times you can enter and the cost for it. So that's, I think we're in a bit of a dark place at the moment. Is there any kind of like more info on that? No. So I would say we're in a very much dark place with getting any kind of info. This does mean that I'm going to have to put out some more content next week that kind of clarifies this point and has to look, okay, like this is the total you can get and this is how many volumes you can get. Because like I could say off the top of my head, right, well, if 6-star hero crystal shards cost you, let's just say 50,000 scrap a time, then and you want to get, yeah, so 500 what is it, times 20? Yeah. So that'd be 20 times 50,000. So it could mean that you'd have to spend 1 million scrap in order to fully form a 6-star. As I said, I'm in the dark. Like this level of info is not there as to what is the cost to enter. Is it a per time entry cost thing? Because like, as I said, that's going to be like, if it's a flat rate of like entry of 20k, which again, if I skipped over, can I not see that? Is it not there? I don't know. I kind of feel like it's not blaringly obvious to myself. So yeah, more info definitely needed on that one as the cost per entry. Spend scrap for admission to the workshop side quest, but then what is the cost? In any case, I'm sure we'll learn more about this, but it's just annoying. There's not like a lot of stuff that's glaringly obvious just yet. Lots of content to make around this particular subject. The final thing I'm going to mention, because I'm going to now separate out these videos because we've got some other stuff and I feel that this video will go too long. So it's like a part 1, part 2, watch part 2. Teamwork, Dreamwork crystals. So you'll get like a load of spicy champions, Star-Lord, Gamora, Rocket, Drax, King Groot, Standard Groot, Yondu, Nebula, a load of kind of like interesting ones. I don't think it's going to be as spicy, but I think that there's definitely going to be some options there, especially with Iron Man Infinity War being buffed soon, so look out for that. So we'll have to see. Looks fun enough. That, you know, not super spicy, but it's champions for free. Well, that's been a Rocket Scrapyard go over. As I said, there's so much more info that we need, and also I need to put together video wise, so look out for a lot of content that's going to be covering this particular subject, a guide, a spreadsheet, which I normally do on a monthly basis. Check out some other content located on screen right now, and in the next video, learn more about the upcoming new events that are dropping for December when it comes to the festive based ones, and Kabam's anniversary, which drops on the 10th of December. Tune into that part 2 in a moment.